Hello everyone, Jorge Huertas once again with all of you. Today I'm gonna show you what is and how to use the Scrum methodology. This video is also available in Spanish. Well, this is an agile methodology. It got the following characteristics. Scrum is a process of good practices to work collaboratively as a team and obtain the best possible outcome of a project. This practice support each other and their selection organized from a study of the way teams work highly productive. Partially and regular delivers of the final product are made, prioritized by the benefit they bring to the recipe of the project. Therefore, Scrum is especially indicated for projects in complex environments where it is necessary to obtain results soon, where the requirements are changing or poorly defined, where the innovation, competitiveness, flexibility, and productivity are essential. A project is executed in a short time cycles and of fixed duration and is complementary to the design thinking methodology and with other methodologies as well. Okay, so when we are talking about a Scrum methodology, we are talking about a methodology that is iterative. It means it got different cycles that need a lot of repetitions. Scrum is especially used in digital projects, especially engineers like it a lot when they are developing applications or things like that. Okay, so this is the main instruction of Scrum. The time for the development is usually around 2 to 4 weeks, but that can change depending on the complexity that got every development. So we're going to talk about all the components and how the methodology work. The first and main character is the product owner. The product owner is the person who make all the briefing in all the development and know all the requirements and what they basically need. After that, it comes the Scrum Master. The Scrum Master is the person who is gonna lead the team, who's gonna make all the backlog, who's make all the planning, and who's gonna distribute all the different tasks. After that, it comes the Scrum team. The Scrum team got some characteristics that are very important. The first one is that each person that are working with the Scrum methodology, it has to be a real expert. This is not for beginners. This is not for people that you're just learning. This is for people that really know their stuff, that they are really experts in their field. So that's very important because people say like, oh, okay, I can have a development in 2 weeks. Yes, but to put together a Scrum team is expensive because you have to pay a lot of money for people who knows their stuff. When we know all of that, we make like a brief requirement. It means what do you want to develop? And after that is start the sprint and all the backlog planning. That is extremely important because in that meeting, when we are developing the backlog, we're gonna meet all the members and we're gonna start distributing all the different tasks. Very important because all the roles and actors are all put together and everyone knows which is the task of each one. Some things that are very important to understand is that if, for example, in your backlog and in all your different tasks, you know all very well, you can help someone in the team if is behind. If you don't know what a backlog is or a sprint planning is, please here check our channel because here we got all the tutorial specific talking about sprint planning and backlog as well. So each iteration of the development with the Scrum is extremely important because it's a cycle. And it's something very important because with that you will have a Scrum board. Scrum board is a board that everyone in the group know in which task are you working and how is it going. Is it going well? We are almost done. We have issues. That's very important. And that is the subject for the daily Scrum. The daily Scrum is a short meeting that every day we meet with our team and we know how everyone is going and we check and we understand how everything that daily Scrum. If you are working this for 4 weeks, every day you will meet, and that is extremely important. And with the Scrum board, you keep track of the work of each one of the members. Then it's very important that all the developments that you are making, they have to be tested, and they have to be tested with the user. That is very important because if you don't test that with the user, you will have a lot of problems if you make the validation just with yourself or someone in the team. So that's why you also will have to have a focus group to make all the testing of your developments. Also very important is the review. The review is very important because during the cycle you need to put together all the development but also know how everything works. So you need to review the development not just of your task but also the task of your team members. That is very important as well. Finally, you have the retrospective. The retrospective is a stage when you analyze if you need another iteration of all the goals of the development have been completed. If you analyze with your whole team, because here you don't just decide by yourself, the Scrum Master will lead, but he will take the decision with all the opinions of the team. So that is very important as well. So you will make the retrospective and understand what do you have to do. Okay, the thing is like we didn't achieve our goal. We need another iteration and we need to have another review of the development that we are making. So that is very important that as a Scrum team, you know very well the stakeholders of your project. If you know that and you know how hard they are or how easy they are, you can estimate a time to develop all your project. It's very important that you understand that you have to check and always make a retrospective, because with that retrospective you will have the process done. What happened here? People always want to say, okay, how much time we're gonna take with this development, and you can say, I can estimate the time will be 4 weeks. But when you're starting development, you realize we have a lot of issues with this, with that, things that we didn't expect. So perhaps we're gonna need another iteration. So that is very important. Also, when you are working with Scrum or any other agile methodology, the iterations are also made called a sprint, and each sprint is about 1 week. So basically, most of the time when you are working with the Scrum, you make a development in 2 to 4 sprints. However, there are special situations, so we have to realize that and understand the whole concept about the time. As a conclusion, we can say that for the success of a Scrum development, it is essential to have a very good brief, elaborately that clearly and specify what do you want to have and how do you want it. Team members must be very good and trained in their respective fields and know their role very well. Discipline and perseverance is essential in the process. While there are achieved quick results requires knowing how to work under pressure in a team and do it faster. What do I mean with that? It means that it's extremely important that all your team members know their field very well. If you want to have quick developments, you have to have very skillful people in their own field. So you have to keep that in mind all the time. Thank you so much. I hope this video will be a big help in your development. Please subscribe to our channel, Design Thinking 24/7. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Remember that we are the #1 design thinking and agile channel in the whole YouTube universe. So thank you to all of you. Remember, every Monday we have a new video in Spanish. Every Thursday we have a new video in English. Remember that if you want to know more about the Scrum, please check here all the tutorials that we have about the specific and different tasks. We also have a couple of courses in Udemy. If you want to learn with us, there also the link above the video. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.